Turn right onto North Campbell Avenue.
Alright. So I'm going to be going to Nancy Guthrie's house. I just parked. And unfortunately, we have to walk a little bit. It's not too bad. It actually gives us a view of the neighborhood. And it's not as hot out today, which is nice. Off we go. Here you can see behind me just how close I am. That's the Catalina Mountains right there. That's the Catalina Mountains, and we're off to Nancy Guthrie's house right now. You can see there's construction. A lot of houses out here. They're pretty nice houses around here, so a lot of the times they're getting renovations done. We're off to Nancy Guthrie's house right now, Tucson, Arizona. They don't let us park on the street anymore, so I had to walk a little ways, but it actually is probably better. It gives us a better view of the neighborhood. So I can go.
Hi, I'm Gemini, your AI assistant from Google. You can speak naturally with me to get more done. Remember to stay focused on driving safely when we're talking.
Got the stupid AI talking to me. Well, it's the next street up here, and then I'll be turning right.
Go past North Serrata, Tulsa, and turn right onto East Camino, Lazarela.
Hello. Yeah, this next street right here is Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood. So you can see behind me how close I am to the mountains today. That's the Catalina Mountains right there. Oops. Got this new phone holder I'm testing out. We'll see if anyone else is there. I haven't been back to her house in a couple weeks. But it seems like people still kind of like just knowing if anything's going on there. So I guess I'll do that for a little bit today. You can see This is Campbell Avenue. And this goes, actually this is not her street, sorry, it's the next one. One more. It always looks closer when you are in a car.
Turn
Yeah,
right
it's
onto
this
East
next one.
Camino La Zorrilla.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool view from up here. You're kind of looking down onto the city of Tucson a little bit. Yeah, Tucson's a pretty big bicycle community, but I'm not sure actually if this bike lane continues all the way down this road. I'm not positive. It might. But you can see people go flying down here. I wouldn't ride my bike right there. You can see I'm not even walking in the bike lane. I still don't trust some of these crazy drivers. People aren't paying attention, looking at their phones while they're driving. Yeah, so here we go. And they've got, I was tempted to try to bribe one of these construction crews that are working on a house to let me park in on their property. But I figured I would just walk. So you can see, I've got to turn the brightness on my screen up a little bit. I was trying to keep it low, but there we go. I can get rid of this. Yeah, so you can see the no parking restrictions. And they say they've got a neighborhood watch. Sorry, this camera's all shaky right now. There we go. There we go. That's better. I'm walking to Nancy Guthrie's house. We are like a 5-minute walk from Nancy Guthrie's home. I just wanted to go and check out. I guess these guys are allowed to park here. I was reading online that even like landscapers and all those kind of people weren't allowed to park on the street. Maybe they're official landscapers. You can see there's another house getting worked on. Here's this house. Wow, look at all the work they're getting done. Well, good thing I didn't try to ask them if I could park there, because this was one of the houses I was going to ask, but it's all dug up. Tractor doing some work. You can see I like this house. It's a nice yard. It's got all sorts of different little cactus in it. There's a big saguaro cactus right there. That's a saguaro. So Nancy Guthrie's house just is this next street. I'll turn left up here. Yeah, I wouldn't think it would be a cartel kind of thing. So here's a little, but you never know, I guess. You never know. So this, if you went that way, you could get behind people's house. And there's another one like that on the other side of Nancy's house. So you could, this guy could have gotten behind her house without her even knowing, really. There's like a little wash right here. It's pretty thick with vegetation, but you could still get back there. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Some people walking. I never know if they want to be filmed or not, so I try not to film them. But it seems like most of the people out here are pretty friendly. Alright, so this is her street right here, guys. And even with these signs, our community is watching. Suspicious activity is immediately reported. Wow, there's another house getting some work done. So that's the thing. It's going to be hard for the sheriff and FBI to track down every worker who has ever been out here in a recent time frame, because there's always getting work done out here, it seems like. But you can see this is the same side of the street as Nancy's house, and you can get down in here and walk, and at nighttime you can be down in there and no one's gonna see you from up here. Robbery gone wrong. That's what a lot of people are thinking. It's still just, I don't know, just something doesn't seem right about it. I know I keep saying the family has been cleared, but something still doesn't seem right. I don't know if it's maybe not family, but maybe like a family friend who knew that Nancy was all alone. I don't know. You can see more contractors. It's a contractor truck right there. Just 1 second here. Let's see, where is this?
Head toward East Camino El Ganado.
Okay. That's why. El Ganado. Wow, look at that. A lot of construction going on here. Some cool cactus. You'll start seeing more of these yellow ribbons here as we get closer to her house. There's one on that tree, and there's a big one up here. And we're getting closer, almost there. Of course, I planned on bringing my umbrella and I forgot it on the counter. I was in too big of a rush to get out here. At least I had my hat and I got my sunscreen, got my water. Alright. I was wondering when the sheriff's going to reopen the parking back up. I would have thought he would have done it by now. I think I went the long way. For some reason, the GPS took me this roundabout way. There's another another house under construction. There it is. All right. Definitely not going that way to go back. All right, guys, so you see people standing up here. That's her house. And I think that's John DePietro. I met him a couple weeks ago out here. He's a cool guy, an older guy. But man, I give him credit for being out here. He's not from Tucson. So you'll have options. You can either watch John DePietro or you can watch my stream. We'll try to keep you entertained. All right, guys, so this is the start of Nancy's property right here. Hi, Daryl. How's it going? Yeah, you can ask me whatever you want. We're going to get in on this. Good morning. Oh, it's okay.
But the January 11th, and you remember, so the dogs, they got you up on January 11th, but then also at a later date. Yeah. Wow. So, no, like last night, did they get you up?
No, they don't.
No.
I mean, it's actually, I commented.
I'm sorry, I'm right here.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
No.
Oh.
This is.
I've met you before, John.
I know. Okay. Who are you with?
I just do my own, remember?
Okay.
I talked to you a couple weeks ago.
All right, we'll talk in just a little bit, okay? Let me just chat with them. I don't want to have a... Sometimes we get interference.
Yeah. So, I just commented to them the other day that they haven't. They usually we take them out, they hit the sack, and they're out like a light until the morning. And we have to actually, with him in particular, I have to rouse him and get him up in the morning. Right? And I commented the other day that we have not had anything like that happen since. It was really unusual.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't know. I mean, did they hear something? Did they sense something?
Yeah.
I was in a fugue state at 1 whatever in the morning, and took them out grudgingly. You know, it was done. Sure. And then went back to bed, and I did not hear or see anything. But they're dogs. They work on a different.
Well, I'll
frequency.
tell you, you guys both know as you walk around, I mean, I can tell you the houses that have dogs because they detect me when I'm on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Well, there's no sidewalk, but you're out in front of the house. So
there's a lot of dogs.
Yeah, this is a dog-friendly neighborhood. People come and walk their dogs through the day. People who.
But I mean, there's certain homes where, like the one at the end of the street, they have a dog, and then there's, like I can detect. But my point point is also I can detect homes that I don't believe they do have a door, because then they don't, you know, there's no blockade.
Yeah.
So, well, that's interesting. I'll let you guys continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
And
go
I'll
talk
see you
to
later.
Yeah, so
Okay.
hopefully there's some progress here, right?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think the 11th is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that still seems fuzzy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in the latest interview, the sheriff's saying, you know, we think something happened that night. So he keeps evolving. You know,
Yeah.
Saturday night, the KVOA, he didn't mention January 11th at all. Savannah, they put out a statement, they say, and January 11th. NBC circles back to him and says, how, you know, what is this with January 11th? And did you hear what the NBC report was? So Google initially said, hey, the image of him with no
I
backpack,
did hear that.
that's from January 11th. Then Google went back to them and said, scrap that. We don't know if that's from January 11th.
Yeah.
So that's confusing.
It
But
is
now, in the latest interview, the sheriff
Good
with
bring it
Cole,
up.
he said there's something about January 11th that the FBI thinks there's something there. So
Okay.
that's
Well,
where that comes
Yeah.
We hope there is, because this is horrible.
from.
Yeah.
For this family,
Yeah.
Yes.
some resolution
Agreed.
for them.
Soon for them.
Yes.
It's terrible.
That is terrible.
I'll let you guys
Oh,
go.
for sure.
Great to see you.
Oh,
Good
for
to talk
sure.
to you.
All right.
So you guys were the ones who had the dogs bark that night.
Continue.
Well, they didn't. They were alerted. I
Okay.
guess that's the way I would phrase it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
We would rather not have them.
Eye camera, just
Yeah,
because.
just 'cause.
Okay.
Yeah. People can be unique.
Yes.
You know,
Oh, I
focused-
totally understand.
Yeah.
I totally understand. All right. Well, I won't bother you guys
Oh, for
anymore.
sure, for
You guys
sure.
have a good day.
There's a lot of room,
I know.
right?
I was gonna
Okay.
say hi to you.
No, that's all right. So I'm live right now.
Okay. Me too.
So, okay. But it's just this way, you know, there is a lot of room to spread out.
I know. I thought we were gonna be like, you know, buddies over here,
All right, folks, again,
since we're the only ones out here.
respect the fact that,
I guess John thinks this is all his now that he's all out here by himself. Interesting. That's John DePietro, guys. He's the one who's telling me that I need to move on. That's crazy. He was all cool when I was out here and there was like 200 people with media. He was all friendly, like, oh yeah, message me, we'll talk. And then now that there's no media and just him and me literally out here, he's like, oh, there's lots of room out here. You know, crazy. People want their views and their clicks. And now he's literally reading, this clip is sponsored by. That's funny. Hey, I'm doing it for clicks too, so it's all good. I'm not monetized, but I'm doing it to get people who aren't in Tucson, who are still interested in the case, at least they can follow it a little bit. Because I know all the media has left. All right, I'll get my tripod up later, but we'll look at all the stuff here. Oh wow, so someone has boxes so you can take one out and put it up around the community. I was gonna set my tripod up, but we'll wait a minute. And I know people were coming out here and removing like all the dead stuff, but and I think it was this angel. I can't remember if it was this one or another one. It might be this one. that I was here when the lady put this down, and she actually bought it when her son passed away, and it's been several years, and she figured now that the Guthrie family needed it more than she did. I thought that was pretty nice. Now, I see stuff like knocked over. I want to like pick it up, but I don't know if that's disrespectful or not. You can see this. Oops. Ugh. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to get my tripod working here. I should have practiced before I got out here. So bear with me a moment here. Uh-oh, I'm screwing something up. Well, I'm going to set the camera down for just a second, guys. Bear with me. Shoot. Good morning. It's not 100 degrees out yet.
No, it's going to be only up to 98 or 97.
Des is yeah, I'll send some private messages.
I think she'd be great.
Yeah. 'Cause she seems like quite the character. She's just like, this is taking forever, so I'm just gonna move yet. 'Cause I think that'll move pretty fast.
All right, sorry guys. I should have got this ready before I got here, but I'm gonna transfer to the tripod. Shoot. Stopped milking this last week. That's funny. I'm local, so it's not too far for me. There used to be a letter right here. It was like an open letter to the kidnapper. Maybe people got rid of it. I kind of screwed this tripod up. One of the screws fell out. So I have to hold it, and I can't get the screw in because it's so tiny, this little spot. Yeah, I mean, the media in general is still going to cover this and make money. My channel's not monetized yet, so I'm not making a single penny being out here in the almost 100-degree heat. But I don't have anything against people who make money covering stories. I got nothing against that. Because everybody needs to get their news from somewhere. So you can knock it, but I don't see the problem in it. It's either going to be the big mainstream media, or it's going to be random like streamers who bring it to you. One way or another, it's going to get out. And even the Guthrie family just the other day said that they still want people paying attention and they want this story to come out. So I guarantee you Nancy's family would not be mad that there's still people here covering the story. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, we're just here at Nancy's house. That's too bad. I was going to talk to John DePietro, but I don't know. Maybe he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. We'll give him another opportunity. See if... I know he was just wanting to get like the exclusive with that lady. It was a husband and wife who... They were the ones whose dogs alerted the night of Nancy's disappearance, and John was mad that I was going to like hear part of the story, which is kind of crazy, but whatever. I'm not mad at him. We'll see if he is a little nicer a little bit here. I am a nobody, but you can see there's two nobodies out here, or three now. And if it weren't for us, you wouldn't be watching this video. So you can always scroll and find a different video if you want. There's a helicopter flying right now. All right, hold on one second. Oops. Oops. We are gonna, let's see, put him in timeout for 24 hours. There we go. We don't have to see that guy no more. Let's see. No, JLR went back home. He's not here anymore. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you want to be filmed or no?
No.
No, okay, you're fine. I always like to ask.
Oh, thank you. I finally come.
I didn't bring anything yellow though.
Oh, I know. It's so sad.
All the trees are blooming for her though.
Right? That's
The
true.
palaver
The yellow.
leaves.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and there used to be like twice the amount of flowers. I think
Yeah.
they started from the heat. They started dying, and people from the neighborhood came and took them out,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah,
So there's,
because they were dying.
yeah,
So
yep,
now the artificial ones are still.
yeah, still hanging in.
Are
Yep.
you a reporter or
I just do YouTube stuff.
YouTube?
Just starting out on YouTube.
Good.
Yeah. And that's John DePietro. He's also YouTube.
We don't want to forget.
No, no.
We're gonna keep hoping, right?
Right? There's still hope.
There's still hope.
Yeah, there is.
Absolutely. Every day on the Today Show,
Hmm.
every day they show
Yeah,
her still.
it's so sad. I know on the local news at night too, they still do it KVOA because Savannah used to work for KVOA. Yeah. And they have that big banner up at their
They do,
headquarters,
for people to write,
right?
and Savannah is still in Tucson.
Ah,
the way I
that's so
understand
sad.
it.
Yeah,
How can you leave though?
I know.
How-
I couldn't imagine.
Now I know. This is tucked away.
Yeah, it is. That's what makes it so strange. It's like this spot.
How would they know?
Yeah. It's like someone who knew Nancy somehow, or
I keep thinking they must have
yeah,
kept an
because
eye
this
on
yeah
her,
this
maybe.
right because this spot is so like it's just such a random spot for it to be completely random.
What's the motive? It's like they
So-
they didn't bite at the money, and
Some people think a burglary gone wrong where they
Yeah.
broke in and they
Yeah.
planned on robbing something, and maybe she woke up and
yeah.
but who knows? Hopefully they know more than they're telling us.
I'm hoping too.
It's
yeah.
usually the case, but
It will come out, right?
yeah,
Hopefully.
hopefully.
Well, you have a great
You
day.
too. Thank you.
Bye now. Drink water.
Oh yeah, I got my drink somewhere over here. Actually, it's sitting down in the middle of the road over there. I'll grab it when you leave.
She worked at U of A, you know,
Yeah, so
communications
Totally.
department, and I saw that on the news recently.
that's just so sad.
It's so bizarre.
Well, you have a good day.
You can go.
Yep. All right, I grabbed my drink, guys. You think not a burglary? So you can see on the side here, that's her garage, and there's a sliding glass door. It's kind of hard to see. I might be able to get a better view from the other side. I think I was able to the other day I was here. Yeah. Let me zoom in here. So you can see that's a sliding glass door, but that's to her guest house. She has a tiny little one-bedroom guest house. But the garage is to the right of that. You can see people walking their dogs. But just look at all the vegetation. But it's not overly, like, with so many cactus that you couldn't get in there. I guess there is a way, and definitely from the backside too. Yeah, John DePietro's right up here. He got a little heated with me for stepping in during his live stream, so we're gonna give him a minute before he see if he cools off a little bit. It's hot out here. The heat can do that to you. But no, he's a cool guy. He's been out here a long time. I guess he's just living in a hotel. It's a long time. And of course, he's got like the shade spot right in front of the house. And there's other spots right there, but I'll give him a few minutes. I don't want to like get right over there, right by him. So we're kind of stuck in this little spot for right now. Because he was like, there's plenty of room here, like shooing me on down the way. It's like, yeah, but it's only one house. It's all good. But yeah, I wonder if I should pull out some of these posters. I think they're meant for people to take them. Oh, it wants you to place them in the box. Okay, never mind. So people are writing or making posters or writing letters and placing them in the box. That makes more sense. Man, I put sunscreen on and now it's like running into my eye. It's the worst. The worst. Man, this stupid tripod. Unfortunately, I think, yeah, people go missing like every day. It is kind of sad. It's not going to be as hot today, but it's still going to be hot. And I still have to walk back, so. I'm going to walk a little closer and just get a better view of the house. And he's doing something on his live, like talking, so I'm not going to talk for like a couple minutes here. You can see straight ahead there. Did the person come in from the back? I actually just heard this morning, I guess the Guthrie family said that Nancy would leave her back door unlocked. I actually saw that this morning. So maybe this guy didn't even have to break in. The back door was completely left unlocked. There's not like a great spot. I'm at Nancy Guthrie's house. On location at Nancy Guthrie's house. Man. Yeah, I have a hat on too, but I guess I'm sweating so much that the hat is not helping. So you can see this is the other part of her driveway. And I think that sign is new. I don't think they had that home security sign before. And it looks like they do now. So it's like a circular driveway. You can go from this one end to the other. And so she did have a little bit of lighting, like there's that pole light, and then there's a couple of those little solar stick lights that you put in the ground. And then at her front door, it's like an archway, brick archway, and there's 2 lights on the outside on the brick. But who knows, we don't know if she had her lights turned on at night. I mean, in this street at nighttime, there's no street lights out here. It's going to be completely pitch black out here at nighttime. And then there's 2 steps to get up on her yard. Looks like someone wants to get his attention. Good.
Is anybody home right now? Is Savannah or anybody home?
No. Who are you with?
They've been saying on the news that if you have any information on what happened January 11th, January 29th,
Yeah.
please turn it in, right?
Right.
So yesterday, I went to my calendar. I think skeptical.
Yeah.
I went to my calendar and I saw something that slapped me across the face, and I thought, oh my God, this is the day that such and such happened.
Huh.
And so oh, there's a sheriff. I'll talk to
Yeah.
the sheriff now.
What is it?
Well, I already talked to the FBI about it, but
What is it, real quick?
let me talk to this.
Okay. You want to talk to me after? Okay. All right. He says he's got info.
How you doing, sir? Let me pull over real quick. I don't like talking about that.
Is it?
I'm not supposed to.
Do you live in the area? Oh, it's fine.
I live about 12 miles away.
Okay. You want to talk to me after? Just for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, man. You want me to tell you or no?
Also, I know you guys probably walked over.
Yeah, I did.
If that's your Nevada plate rental car,
No.
you guys need to move it.
I walked from Campbell up there, way up there.
Because it's going to get towed. It's on private property.
All right.
On the news, they're telling us if anything happened January 11th, January 31st, they said even if you think if it's irrelevant, turn it in, right? So I went and looked at my calendar, and on January 11th, I had an open house selling my house here today.
Okay.
And on that day, 2 of my neighbors called me up and told me that there's a guy there, he's suspicious. And
Have you called the tip line?
I already called, I went to the FBI yesterday.
Okay.
The reason I'm coming over here is because I'm picturing my information going on a pile, and it's going to sit there with 1,000 other things.
Right.
And I figured if I can get over here and talk to somebody who can expedite it.
Right.
Okay, so January 11th supposedly was the day that they filmed this thing here where this guy shows up, right? Am I right?
Not at this house, no. That the FBI was saying to look at dates from January 11th, from my understanding.
Oh, okay. Well, they just said January
Right.
11th.
Yeah.
So that day at my open house, this guy shows up, and my neighbor calls me up and says, "Ed, who's this guy that's parked in front of the house? He's been going and coming, and I'm afraid because my daughters are alone." Okay, so it ended up that I said, "Oh, we're just having an open house," and on the next day, my other neighbor said, "Hey, there was this creepy guy over here," and he came back at the end of the evening. I went over there to make sure that the real estate agent was safe. January 11th. Okay, so what else? There's more information. Oh, okay. So a couple days ago on the news, they said that real estate agents have been having a hard time when they're having an open house because people will come and steal stuff. They gotta have things to protect themselves with. And I thought, oh, so what is the chance that this guy was up to no good on this day, and he's there to, I mean, maybe he did want to buy my house, I don't know, but the fact that they were all concerned, and even to the point of going over there to make sure, and I said, describe it to me, what did he look like? Was he black, was he white, was he Mexican? So I talked to my real estate agent. She said he was olive colored, about 6 feet, 5'10", on the heavyset side. And so the lady across the street from my house, she works for the Arizona prison.
Okay.
She said to me he was kind of heavy set about my height. I'm 5'10", right? And so I know the guy in the picture was basically, you're built, man. You're, you know.
It's hard to tell.
No, I know it is.
Yeah.
So all they're saying, they were just asking if anybody saw anything on this date.
Right.
Okay, so the thing is when he went to go view my house, he has to sign a thing for the real estate agent to identify who they are. She has a list.
Okay.
And this is her, Heidi Foley.
Okay.
She has. I talked to her, and she goes, yeah, if I need to. She goes, I'm in New Zealand right now, but she said, she says I've got that list, not with her. It's here in her office. But if they can expedite it to find out who was on that list, because there's names and
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend to you, and I don't mean to sound like I'm hearing you out and giving you kind of a shitty answer or shitty response. Anything relating to the Guthrie case whatsoever has to go through the tip line and the task force. Patrol deputies
Is
out
that
here.
the equivalent of FBI?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
so
I already looked at it.
yeah. So they, and I don't mean to try to waste your time or anything. It's just if I were to take this information, disseminate it into my own report, and let's just say this was carbon copied, so I took this, put it into evidence, that's going to be drastically slower than the guys that are going through the tips
Right. I was just hoping,
day in, day out.
I was hoping I can talk to somebody who can go get a hold of this
Right.
list now.
No, I get you. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt to try again. You can always reach out to them and kind of let them know that circumstances have changed, or you want to expedite it based on this list once results come back from that, obviously. I don't mean to sound
So you cannot connect me to the right person.
regarding the Guthrie case, not really.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we're left out of it. So
Okay. I just thought I'd try, and you know.
yeah, no, I agree. You know, it's just with this stuff, the way it's being pushed up that chain,
Right.
any information at all has to go through the tip line and task force.
I just hope it doesn't.
I stopped by when there was a bunch of the media here. We talked for like maybe 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him if he'll just say it on camera real quick. Have a good day, man.
You as well.
You don't have a Utah or Nevada plates, do you?
Yes.
He was saying it's gonna get towed. So I'm not gonna have you go through the whole thing again, but
It's just that I thought they challenged the public if you saw anything on these dates, and I actually did. But I didn't know until I looked at my calendar.
so you're saying someone was going to an open house and wrote their name down who was suspicious, who had been there before going in and out?
Right.
And he was just suspicious. People were calling in saying, "Who is this guy?"
My neighbors.
Your neighbors were?
calling me, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so it wasn't just some
But
random.
and so that's the same night that the date that they gave us on TV,
Right.
which is about 12 miles away. Because if you go down Campbell, left on River, right on Alvernon, that's where the open house is. It's not far from here.
Okay.
And I just thought, so anytime you go to open house, you got to sign your name, ID.
Right.
And if the name of that person is there, if it's the person.
Does he have to show his ID, or can he just write any old name?
Well, see, I thought of that too.
Yeah.
A fake ID.
Right.
I would assume they got to show some kind of ID.
Right. Okay.
Because the real estate agents just can't let anybody.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And they want to.
If hopefully, and the name of that is of the real estate agent. If you can expedite this for me, that's fine with me.
There's people watching, but I would do what he said.
Habitation Realty. Her name is Heidi Foley. She's on vacation right now, so
okay.
I already talked to her. She knows about it. But if they can get to that list, and
you called the FBI tip line?
I called twice, and I even went to the FBI here in Tucson, just to
expedite. Yeah. I know you could call the Pima County Sheriff tip line too. You could look that on Google. Google Pima County Sheriff Nancy Guthrie tip line.
Right.
But it might go. Yeah, it might go to the same thing.
I was hoping he can.
Yeah.
To the right
yeah. Who knows? Well, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. You never know.
What's funny is that I told myself I can't even remember what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
What did I do yesterday?
Right.
I had to go to my calendar and I go, oh my God.
That's exactly what Savannah Guthrie was saying. She was telling people to go back, look at your notes, look at your calendars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're not.
And she said anything would help.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. You honestly never know. So thank you.
What's the quickest way to get out of here?
I always use GPS when I come. Yeah. Because you can go out this way or that way, really, but I would turn GPS on.
I don't have GPS.
Oh, okay. Okay. Have a good day. Hey, you never know. You never know. I mean, for him to drive all the way out here. That's kind of interesting, I guess. I was kind of surprised that cop, the sheriff, I'm not trying to be mean or anything here, and I'm not a cop, but his eyes looked kind of red and bloodshot to me. And I'm kind of surprised that that sheriff didn't mention anything about that. But I mean, for him to, he said he went down to the FBI headquarters yesterday. So John DePietro left. The sheriff was going to tow his car. And John called me over while I was still listening to those people. And I didn't have to tell John that they were going to tow his car, but I'm nice like that. And then he's like, "Who are you?" I was like, "I talked to you." We had a short conversation a couple weeks ago, so I'm sure he doesn't remember me, but it's all good. I still follow him on YouTube and everywhere else. So if I'm not here, John DePietro, he's still coming out here, so you can check his streams out. Yeah, a lot of cactus out here. Big saguaro. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that guy's story he was telling has any merit to it or not? But you got to think, those are the type of, just imagine the thousands of leads just like that are coming into the FBI, and you got to have the manpower to take all those leads down and then at least look into them somewhat. I mean, because you never know what's going to break the case. So you gotta take everything seriously, even if it is some crazy person. Not saying that guy was, but I mean, that guy was driving like a nice car, had nice clothes on, so you got to take him seriously at least. You just never know. So now I'm the only one out here now. And that sheriff stopped by and he was saying, I'm sure you guys already know, but you guys can't be parking out here. The car with the Nevada plates is going to get towed. And I told him it's not my car, but when John DePietro he called me over, I told John that they're going to tow your car, so he hopped out of here real quick because he doesn't want to get his car towed. I'm sure it's a rental, but still. Yeah. Document everything, yep. Because even, like, for instance, if a case goes cold... Oh, hello.
I do. Just checking. I came from Michigan.
Do you want to be on the film or no? No? Okay.
I just came to say a prayer.
Well, thank you. All the way from Michigan. Wow.
She's loved.
Yes, she is. That's amazing. That's really cool.
This is my spring break, and I thought, you know what? My brother lived here, and
Okay.
he's passed away now, and I just met a friend of mine at A.J.'s, and so we were chatting, and I said, well, how far? I knew when I saw it on the news, I said, that's not far from Westward Look where I stay.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
He said, it's just down the road.
Yeah,
And
that's funny.
I expected there would be, like, maybe no traffic now. But no,
You,
it's very
a
quiet.
couple weeks ago, that it was lined with cars all the way as far as you can see that way to that way with media, all the different from all over the world.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and as soon as the sheriff put up the no parking signs, they all got out of here because you have to walk. Like I had to walk all the way from up there.
Are you from here?
I am. Yeah, I'm local. So
Okay.
yeah,
What's channel?
it's A.J.DoubleU. My name's AJ.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, and then double U spelled out,
Oh,
just like it sounds.
this is so unbelievable.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I just keep hoping the people are benevolent and will take care of her and bring her home.
There's still hope, I guess. Yeah.
Spring's eternal.
Yep. Yep.
So, it was nice talking
Yeah.
to you.
Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day.
You too. Take care.
Yep. So there's somebody. She came out all the way from, was it Minnesota? I think she said. Wow. Is she giving out free sandwiches? I don't know. She said she was just at A.J.'s, and A.J.'s is like a upscale, kind of like a Whole Foods. It's kind of eerie being out here all alone, and this is during the daytime when there's no cars or anything. It's just all you can hear is some birds chirping out here. See just how close the mountains are. Yeah, I'm here. This is live. I'm at Nancy Guthrie's house. You can. That's her garage right in the middle of the screen behind those bushes there. That's her garage. So supposedly at around 9:30 that Saturday night, and I'm still not 100% sure if it was Tommaso and Annie who dropped Nancy off or if it was just one of them. But supposedly that was 9:30 at night on that Saturday. They dropped her off, and that was the last time anyone saw her. I guess she had been logging in at a friend's house. She would go to a friend's house and they would turn on a live stream for church services, and she didn't show up at the friend's house. Yeah, I know people have said check the mountains. So yeah, we still don't know. Yeah, okay, so I'm not the only one. Because I know the sheriff I remember him saying, like the very first day that he said it was Tommaso, and then it was like the next day he said it was one of them or both of them. I don't know. I can't exactly remember. I have to go back and check. A stalker's live stream. No. No. Just the other day, the Guthrie family, Savannah and her brother and sister, said that they still want like people bringing attention to the case. So I figured I would still come out here because as far as I was seeing online, John DePietro was the only one coming out here still. Brian Entin went home, JLR went home, and I don't blame them. They were here like 40 days away from their house, which is just pretty incredible. So I figured I would at least come out here for a little bit. I'm not gonna, like JLR was staying out here all day. Like I don't know how that man had so much energy. He would be out here 12 plus hours and then wake up early morning and do it all over again. So I give him credit. He deserves some time off. See some bicyclists going by. And he picked a good time to leave because now, last Friday we broke. It was 101 degrees last Friday in Tucson. It's not going to be quite 100 today, but it's still hot out. So yeah, I'm the only one here right now for people who are just joining. And actually, we just had some guy pull up in a Subaru, blue Subaru, and he was wanting to talk to John DePietro at first, but John was still doing his live stream and didn't want to talk to the guy. He was busy. So the guy started talking to me, saying that he had information that he wanted to give to somebody. And then right as he was saying that, a sheriff deputy actually pulled up, and the guy waved the deputy down, and the deputy parked, got out, and the guy started telling him this information that this guy thought was important enough to drive all the way out here and try to talk to somebody. I guess he said that there was an open house and neighbors repeatedly saw some strange man going in and out of the house, and I don't know, they thought it was suspicious enough to call this guy, and the realtor who was there actually got his name, got him to sign his name on a sign-in sheet. And I was asking him, well, could he just write any old name down, like maybe not even use his real name, or does he have to show a physical ID? And he's like, oh, I thought of that. Yeah, I guess he could use a fake ID, or I'm not even sure if they have to show ID, but anyways, it's still something to go on, I guess. I don't know exactly how it's connected to Nancy, but for some reason he was pretty adamant that it was. So he came all the way out here. He also said he stopped by the FBI, the headquarters. We have a FBI headquarters in downtown Tucson, about 20 minutes from here. And he said he went down there and spoke to them. And it was kind of odd. The sheriff deputy, he didn't even jot the notes down. He didn't take any information from that guy, which was kind of strange. And the guy seemed nice, but I don't know, maybe he just, I don't know, his eyes looked a little bloodshot, so that's what I kept thinking in my head, like, has this guy been drinking? But he literally had this big, the guy, he literally had like a big, not a binder, but a big folder with all this information in there. So it's like, I don't know, you never know these days. Yeah, I get it. And the sheriff told him the right thing. He told him, you know, you called the FBI. If I take a report, it's only going to get there slower. I was more concerned about the guy possibly driving drunk, but I know the sheriff's definitely more trained than I am for that. So if he thought he was fine, then I guess he's fine. Woman is trying to get in touch with the Guthrie family. She knows where Nancy is. 200 miles northeast behind a cabin. Where'd you get that from? Yeah, I know there's I've seen some psychics online that say, oh, Nancy's, there was this one lady, I don't know, it popped up on my feed, and she was she actually came out here, some psychic lady, and she said she had a dream the night she was out here, and it was Nancy in her dream saying 3 doors down, 3 doors down. She kept saying 3 doors down. And there is a house under construction that's 3 doors down. Oh, look at John DePietro's coming back. So she was thinking it had something to do with someone who worked at the construction site, but I have no idea. There's all sorts of different theories that are out there. Look at John, he's coming back. I'm gonna steal his spot before he gets there. I was wondering if he would come back. Let's see what time it is. Dang. It's already 10:15. No, he is a nice guy. I love John. He just got a little mad when I walked up on him when he was doing his live stream. He was talking to, when I first got here, there was a husband and wife couple, the ones that heard their dogs barking the night that Nancy was taken. And I was just standing like 10 feet away, just trying to listen to him. And he turned around and he's like, get out of here. There's plenty of room down there. I was like, oh, okay. But he just wanted the exclusive on the story. I don't blame him. But it seems like a lot of her neighbors like walk this street pretty much every day. It's a lot of walkers out here. A lot of the people living in this neighborhood seem to be retired. For the most part, I would say probably more than half of them are retired. Yeah, at night, there's definitely no street lights at all on any of these streets in this neighborhood. So it's gonna be pitch black out here. And I'm sure that was probably one reason why this guy picked this neighborhood. It seems like he was scouting this house out. Even though I know the sheriff is still not confirmed that the suspect picture without the backpack is on a different date. He still won't confirm that. But it seems like there's multiple news sources that are saying from their sources that those are on two different dates. It's not on the same date. So I'm not sure. Too hot, yeah. It's nice during the winter time. It's been abnormally hot this winter, but you can't beat the temperatures during like December, January, February. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I don't trust the sheriff either. Yeah, that's one thing. You can really see the stars at night out here. But what do you guys think? I'm thinking that whoever did this, he had to have a car, right? Because even though Nancy was 150 pounds, you would still need to get her out of this neighborhood. Like, even if she still was alive, like, or the worst case, but... And I just wonder if, like, did he park on her driveway? Or did he park out on the street here? Because if he parked on the street, you would think it would be pretty obvious. There's a van full of people. That's interesting. It would be pretty obvious at nighttime. But who knows? I mean, it looked like he possibly had a walkie-talkie in his pocket, and maybe he signaled the driver to come pulling up to the driveway once he had her close to the front door. I guess we just don't know. But I did see this morning, I don't know if you guys have all heard, that Nancy Guthrie would leave her back door unlocked, so she wouldn't lock her back door. And I just saw that this morning. Yeah, well, I guess she didn't have she wasn't paying for the subscription, so the cameras might have caught him. It just wasn't saved to the cloud. Yeah, because even I, walking here this morning, was like getting lost. And that's during the daytime. And I heard Brian Entin the other day saying, even up until the day he left from here, he was still using his GPS to get out of here every day. Because it all kind of looks the same. Like there's nothing that you can like get your bearings on. There's not like a building that stands out, or, I mean, and even the street signs are kind of hidden like that off the road. Yeah, that was one thing I was wondering is why they're able to get stuff that's older, stuff that was from potentially January 11th. Like, how were they able to get stuff from January 11th, but not more things from the night she was taken? I also have that question. It doesn't make sense to me. I was definitely wondering the same thing. I don't know if it just, when you're talking about that much data, I mean, imagine how many people have those Google Nest cameras, and just imagine the amount of data it would take. I'm sure, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just randomly deleting on top of old, like, other stuff. I don't know how their system works, but I'm surprised they were actually able to get anything, really, because you're talking just so much data. And it seems like it took them a couple days, because I think they first had to go to Google and like prevent them with, or give them like a search warrant or something like that. Like they weren't just going to do it just to be nice, kind of thing. And I'm sure they did that just for like liability's sake. Yeah, she was kidnapped. 84-year-old lady, Nancy Guthrie, was kidnapped from this house right here at like 2:30, 2:40 in the morning. And they know that time frame because she had a pacemaker, and the pacemaker disconnected from her little device in her house at around that time. And we're going on like 52 days now, still no signs. And I know the Savannah Guthrie and her family, they're offering $1 million reward. And then there's also a couple $100,000 on top of that from like the FBI, and like 10,000 or something from 88 Crime as well. And she went out to eat the night before at her daughter's house, Annie's house. And I guess she took an Uber to Annie and Tommaso's house for dinner that night. No, I guess she was in good health, but she couldn't walk very far without her like walker or something. Like she wouldn't be able to just walk off on her own like that. Yeah, if they could talk. And then even with all the resources of the FBI and all the resources from our local sheriff department, they still haven't gotten a whole lot, it seems like. Other than that little bit of video from the guy wearing a full ski mask, wearing that backpack that I guess Walmart sells, and he had a gun and a holster that wasn't really for that type of gun, but it was right in the front of his pants, tucked in there. That's the biggest lead that they have, and we're not positive. It seems like there might be some DNA evidence in the house, but it seems like a lot of it is mixed, meaning that it's from more than one person, and I guess that's a lot harder to pin down. And then, of course, if the guy is not in their database, if he's never been arrested before, then there's like nothing to go on, really. So I think they're trying now to do the genealogy, the DNA genealogy. Yeah, there was a ransom demand, $6 million. The alleged kidnapper, that's the thing, they're not sure if it was the real kidnapper or not, but someone did send a ransom demand for $6 million, and it was like, pay by this date or something bad is going to happen. And it got to the point where the daughter, Savannah, said that she was going to pay, but I think they might have figured out that it wasn't legit. But there was a couple days there, or even longer, where we thought it was like a legit ransom demand. Yeah, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. They might have more information. But yeah, for people who don't know, the daughter, Savannah Guthrie, she went to college here in Tucson, the University of Arizona, and then started her career at KVOA, the local NBC affiliate here in town. And she worked there for a couple years, and then she got hired by the NBC, the big company. Oh, look at this car, Turf King, and she got hired by the Today Show, and she still was working on the Today Show. She still is. She's just taking a leave of absence right now. And she was actually supposed to be one of the people working at the Winter Olympics, like doing the broadcasts. And right before she was about to leave for the Olympics, her mom was taken, which is just horrible to go through, I'm sure. It's been 52 days now since she was taken. I heard that she did. I've heard mixed reports. I don't know if maybe she keeps coming back and forth. I think she lives in New York, but I've heard mixed reports that she was back home, and then I've also heard that she was back in Tucson. So I'm not sure. I mean, I couldn't imagine. I mean, just trying to sleep at night, not knowing like what happened to your mom or where she is. Like, I just couldn't imagine. And then I know Savannah's got younger kids too, so they're going to be worried. And actually my niece goes to the same middle school as Annie Guthrie's son. She doesn't have any classes with him, but she used to ride the same bus in I think elementary school, and the bus would drop the son or the grandson off right here, and there were times like where he would go to Nancy's house. And so I guess everyone got so used to seeing Nancy on the bus that they would call her Miss Nancy. So it's just, the whole thing is pretty sad. It doesn't just affect like one person, it affects the whole family. Yeah. Air tags. Well, I guess they had some device where they were flying a helicopter really low to the ground, and it's some sort of device that can pick up a pacemaker. But I guess they didn't have any luck finding anything. But from what I saw, they only flew that a couple days. I don't know if it just wasn't working well or what, but I'm kind of surprised they haven't done more searching, like, because now it's to the point where it's like too hot now for search dogs. And I heard the people asking the sheriff the other day, like, why haven't you done more searching? And he didn't have a really great answer, in my opinion. And he was like, well, now it's too hot. It's like, well, yeah, you waited 52 days and now it is too hot. But there were weeks when I came out here where I was chilly, like it was cold. We had rain one day and it was like a high of 50 degrees. But it's now, yeah, it's 100 degrees out. So yeah, it's too hot. And he was like, well, the dogs, they can't pick up a scent after this long. It's like, exactly, man. That's why you don't wait 50 days. Like, if you would have went searching right away, there would have been a scent to pick up. But I guess that's one reason why people don't really like the sheriff. You can see a lizard right there. Yeah, the sheriff, I don't know. He's definitely not going to win the next election. It also came out that he, what is it called? Like police brutality, where they beat someone up when they're arresting him. He had like multiple charges of that. I guess not charges, but he was written up for that multiple times before he came to Tucson, when he was a deputy or a cop in El Paso. And even one time he kicked the guy in the head who was already handcuffed and on the ground. He kicked the guy in the head and he got suspended for like 13 days. And I guess they were going to fire him, but instead of being fired, he decided he would just quit. And then he came out to Tucson, and there was a 2-year gap before he started working for the sheriff department out here. But on his resume online, he put that there was no 2-year gap. He made it seem like he just went from one department to another. And when he got called out on that a couple weeks ago, he said, oh, it was just an administrative error. It wasn't anything malicious. Like, it was just an error, which I highly doubt that, because it doesn't seem like he's a really high character guy. And then I've heard other deputies, even the guy who's a head of the union, he's a current deputy for the sheriff's department. He does not like the sheriff. He says he's just like a nasty guy, like just a mean dude all around. He might try to put on a nice face when he's on camera, but he's just a nasty dude, and he wants everything done his way. He doesn't like the FBI, because I guess years ago the FBI investigated his own department because there were people underneath the sheriff that were using funds, like when they like say they raid like a drug dealer's house and they seize all that cash. They were using that money from these seized arrests for stuff they weren't supposed to be using it for, basically. I didn't look at all the details, but it was the FBI. I mean, it was big enough where the FBI came in and investigated at least one gentleman who I think got arrested for it, for using these funds for things that weren't supposed to be used for. And everyone, of course, now thinks the sheriff had to have known about that. But ever since then, because when the FBI came in, he was asking them like, oh, well, can you keep me updated as you guys keep doing your investigation? And they were like, no, man, we can't. Like, we're investigating basically you, so we're not going to hand over all our information. And so he got real upset about that. And ever since then, he's kind of been anti-FBI, which is too bad, because in my opinion, the FBI should have taken over this case from day one. Yeah, they're not supposed to like let emotions go into the case, but it happens. And then there was a guy in California he actually got caught. He got arrested. He actually texted Nancy's other daughter, Annie, Annie's husband, Tommaso. He texted Tommaso like a ransom demand, or not, kind of a ransom demand, saying like something about when are you going to pay or something like that. And they tracked him real quick, and he actually is going through the legal process right now in California. But the other ransom demands, it seems like whoever did it was pretty sophisticated, because they were not able to track who did it. So it seems like they must have used some sort of, I don't know how they do it, where they mask their IPN or IP address with a VPN or something. I'm not that tech savvy, so I don't know. But it wasn't just that one ransom demand. They sent a couple others, I think, like to KVOA, the local station here, and to like TMZ and a couple other channels. I live like 15 minutes away from here, east side of Tucson. They say the son-in-law is not a suspect now. The reports I've heard is that the family's all passed polygraph tests and that they've all been cleared, which, who knows? I know it was a lot of people at the beginning were thinking that family has to be involved, but apparently it's not the case. But it doesn't mean that it's not someone who knew the family or someone who worked for the family. Somehow, like, in my opinion, it's got to be someone who knew that Nancy lived here by herself. Because from what I've heard, usually when people try to like steal stuff from people's houses, they try to do it when there's no one there. Like, they don't want to have to kill anybody. Like, they're just there to try to steal stuff. So they want no one to be home. But this person, it seemed like they knew that she was here by herself. So, and then of course this morning I heard that Nancy would leave her doors unlocked, at least her back door. I'm not sure about the front door, but it seemed like she would leave the back door unlocked. And it makes you think, like, did this person know that? Had they been in her house before? Yeah, to do it to an old lady, yeah. And that's what you always got to think. Yeah, why did someone do this? What's their motive? And I don't even want to talk about it, but from what I've heard from some people, you know, the initials SA, like S, assault, can also sometimes be a reason why people do this, which is that's just absolutely horrible to think about, especially to an old lady like that. But I guess that's a possibility. Yeah, Nanos, he's not well liked around here. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, I think this is the first time I've asked in like an hour and 40 minutes here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll see me again when I go live. I still have to walk back to my car. It's like 1.5 miles. Yeah, Tommaso, I think last I saw, Tommaso's back at his house. For a while, he was staying somewhere else. But yeah, I mean, just imagine though, if you're Tommaso and you really are innocent, you had nothing to do with this, and there's all these people online accusing you of doing something absolutely horrible to your wife's mom. Like, just imagine how you would feel. But on the other side, you see stories all the time where the family members are involved. So that's why people were looking at him. So I can understand both sides of it. But also to pass a polygraph, I mean, I know they're not 100%. And from what I've heard about polygraphs, it really depends on who's the one looking at the polygraph, like who's the one doing the questions and looking at the results. That can really make a big difference. So I'm hoping it was someone like with the FBI that did it, because they have a lot more experience with polygraphs. But yeah, you just never know. And I'm sure they've looked at all the first thing, like literally the day after this happened, my first thought, because I follow a lot of other cases. I followed like, what was her name? Now I can't even remember. Karen Reed. I followed the Karen Reed case and a lot of other like big cases. And the first thing I thought was, oh, they're going to be able to geofence, which is they can look at a map, like a Google map. They can circle around a property and they can get all the cellular information, like whoever had a cell phone in that area at that time, they can actually get all that data. And I was thinking, oh, they're going to be able to catch this person like in a week or so. Like, for one, this neighborhood's pretty spread out, so like if your cell phone's at her house at 2:30 in the morning, like, come on, like, you're guilty pretty much. But apparently whoever did this also knew about that and either left their phone at home or turned it off. And that just makes you think, like, this wasn't maybe some dumb criminal. Like, maybe this person is kind of smarter than people think. I don't know. Because that was the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, they're going to be able to, especially with all the resources that they have, like, they're going to be able to find this person. And I'm sure they probably widened that circle, and they probably are now looking at the entire neighborhood, or like an entire 2-mile radius. Like, did someone turn their phone off right before getting into this 2-mile radius and then turn it back on at like 3 in the morning, like as soon as maybe they left? Like, I'm sure that they're looking into that. And it probably helps that this took place at like 2:30 in the morning, because there's a lot less people moving about on the streets in Tucson at that time. And I'm sure they're looking at all that, but who knows, the guy could have just turned his phone or left his phone in his house, and none of that information would be valuable. You can see a lot of the cars that come by, they all stop and look at the memorial. It's kind of sad to see. It's really affected the whole Tucson community out here. And the majority of the cars that come, I see them pull their phones out and they take pictures. And imagine if you're someone who lives, oh, thank you, Nicole, appreciate it. Imagine if you're one of the neighbors in this neighborhood, like, they still haven't caught this guy. It's like, is this person gonna do it again? Like, I highly doubt it, but you never know. People are crazy. Crazy enough to kidnap an 84-year-old lady. I wouldn't feel safe. Like, if you're a next door neighbor to Nancy. And on top of that, just imagine how bad you would feel. Like, you're her neighbor and like, man, I should have heard something. Like, what if she was screaming and I didn't wake up? Like, just and especially when I first got here today, there was that couple that their dogs woke them up that night at like 2:30 in the morning, and they said their dogs never wake them up like that, and they started barking and wanted to go outside. Just imagine how bad they feel. Like, man, I should have done something. I should have went outside and see if I could have heard something. Like, because I did think about that. Like, was Nancy screaming for help and no one could hear her? because in this neighborhood, you can see this is across the street here. The houses are not very close to each other. She does have a neighbor right down there. You can see Nancy's mailbox, and then there's another mailbox right down there. But it's not like most developments with a lot of, like, the houses are literally like feet from each other. It's not like that here. So you can see more people. Yeah, it's extremely sad. And then the other thing too is, I can't remember exactly how long, but it seems like whoever did this was inside that house for almost 45 minutes or so. It's like, what was he doing in there? Like, there's just so many possibilities. Did he think that no one was home and he was like starting to look through stuff, and then she woke up, and then who knows what happened, and then he panicked and thought he had to do something like horrible? Or did he go there with the intent on just doing something terrible like that? Yeah, it is so sad to think about. And then just the not knowing, it's already, I mean, I just can't imagine the family. Not knowing is the worst part about it. Like, because you never want anyone to suffer. And just not knowing, like, if your own mom, like, had to go through something like that, like, man, it's just so messed up. I hope they catch whoever did this, and, like, man, put him in a cell with a bunch of other people who found out what he did, because it's just terrible what someone could do to an old lady like that, man. Yes, there is blood. If, like, I can't walk up there, but there is blood in front of her front door right there on the ground. There is, like, droplets of blood. Like, it looks like people were saying that it looks like possibly like someone had a nosebleed and was standing there for a couple seconds, and the blood hit the ground, and then it also kind of trails down those steps right there out to her driveway, and it's a curved driveway right there, and then the blood trail stops. So that's why people think maybe the car pulled up right there. That's why we just don't know. And I was thinking too, I mentioned this in another video, we see the guy, he picked up like a bundle of like sticks or weeds or something, but before he did that, he had already touched his mouth, so there's already got to be DNA on the outside of those gloves, because he had a flashlight in his mouth, and I'm almost positive he would have touched his mouth or something, wiped his face, something like that. So I wonder if they've taken that group of sticks that he left there right in front of her door and tested those for DNA. I don't know. I don't know if you can test like sticks for DNA, if that's even possible, but that's something I was thinking about. And I can't remember how long ago it was, but I remember seeing a video that someone like zoomed in from up there, and you could actually still see the sticks on the ground. So it made me think that they hadn't taken those. And the same with, she had like a welcome mat that was on the ground, and for whatever reason I think now it's gone, but in the first days after this, they didn't take that. And I saw a lot of people surprised, because, I mean, just imagine you have your shoes on in your house, like your skin cells fall off like all the time. Their skin cells falling off all the time. So if you had your shoes on, you got in your car, you got out, you walked onto that welcome mat in front of Nancy Guthrie's house, you could very well be transporting your DNA onto her welcome mat. But if they waited a week and all these people were walking up to her house to get videos and everything, then it's gonna just totally contaminate the whole thing. So yeah, there's not much from what I've seen. It's getting close to 11 o'clock here, Arizona time. And that's another thing. I'm going to show you the sky. I'm going to do a 360 view. You can see there is not a cloud in the sky. And that's usually the case here in Tucson and Arizona, mostly in general. So it's not just the heat, but it's the non-stop sun. Like, and I'll show you on the ground here. Like, I'm standing here because there's a little shade on the ground. But it's not like these trees give a ton of shade, because they're desert kind of trees, but we take what we can get. Yeah, it's already getting hot. It's already, I would say it's already above 90 degrees right now, or close to it. Yeah, that's what they're saying, that he came back an earlier date, that it seems like he was here on January 11th. Yeah, I wish it was nice and cool like that. This Tucson, Arizona, where I'm at right here, for people who are just jumping on. And even this shady spot that I'm in is starting to not be so shady anymore. But maybe we'll just go a little bit longer. Of course, I forgot the umbrella today. I had it all ready on the counter and then I just left without it. I brought the tripod. And February 1st, yep. Yeah, I've got water, I've got sunscreen, I've got my hat on. Seems like most of the guys are friendly. But still, even with water and everything, it still gets to a point where it gets too hot. Thank you. Yeah. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything. And right now it's just me and John DePietro that are here right now. He's down over by all the flowers and the memorial right there. And look at how smart he is. He actually has an umbrella. This is Nancy Guthrie's house. 84-year-old who was taken from her home about 52 days ago now. I don't know what this guy's doing here. Oh, he's eating. Well, Why did I decide? I don't know. It just made me think of my own parents, because they're getting older too. And they live in Tucson, and it just made me think of, what if someone did this to my mom? I would want people out there looking for her. Like, it's like one of the worst things that could ever happen to your parents is them being taken from their home, and 52 days have gone by and you have no idea what happened. Like, it's just terrible. Look at this guy. It's like he's setting up a tent or something. Maybe that's another streamer. I know there's a couple other people who come out here. Maybe that's one of the other guys. Mark the Shark. Oh, okay. Mark the Shark. Yeah, see, he's smart. I have one of those pop-up tents, but it's just so much work. But I probably should bring it. Yeah, I guess it is Mark the Shark putting up drone. I feel bad for John. His face is all red. Should offer him some sunscreen, but he's doing his live. Yeah. Day 52 already. So you're Mark the Shark?
Yeah, what's up, boss?
Yeah, what's up, man?
How you doing? What's
Good. AJ.
AJ?
Yeah.
You're a
nice to
streamer
meet you.
too?
Yeah.
Right on.
Small streamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, man. I'm just like...
So where do you park when you come out here?
There's a spot there's a vacant home.
Okay.
We're allowed to park there, from what I've been told. We haven't had any problems.
Okay.
But you'll see my truck over there.
Okay. I would make sure, because the sheriff came earlier and he had to move his car. I don't know if he parked there or not. I have no idea. The sheriff was like, do you have Nevada plates?
Yes.
And I was like, no. And so he went and moved it. I don't know where he parked though. So I double checked.
So then I guess...
Just double check. I have no idea.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Where'd you park?
Skyline in Campbell. I walked like a mile and a half. Yeah.
Hey, all right, I'm glad you told me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to stay too much longer. It's getting too hot.
Right on. What's your channel?
It's A.J.DoubleU.
W? Okay.
Yeah, spelled out W. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep. Yeah.
I'll check you out.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, everyone in the chat was like, that's Mark the Shark.
Are you a local?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, nice.
East side of town.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's always good to see locals.
Yep.
Yeah, local streamers.
Yep.
Right on. Yeah, because when we're gone, then you guys are staying. Yeah?
Oh, so you're not local?
No, California.
Oh, okay. Wow.
California.
Okay. How long have you been out here?
Over a month now.
Okay. Wow.
Over a month, yeah. So
That's cool. Crazy.
I'll be leaving probably Friday.
Okay.
The weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I'll be back.
Yeah, no problem,
You
man.
got some water or anything?
I'm good.
Right there. Help yourself.
Okay. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Mark the Shark, guys. He's a cool guy. So here's more of the memorial. Oh yeah, don't forget the sandwich. I think it's on top of the...
Huh?
Is that on top of the car or no? Never mind.
Oh yeah, it's magnet.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Starling, I forgot to take it out.
Sorry about that. No, I know. I'm live. When I'm live on the radio, it's tough. Because then some people don't even realize. They're like, oh, what shit's going on today? I'm like, oh, wow, you can't say this.
A.J.DoubleU.
Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was like,
No, I know you. Yeah, I totally forgot that you go on the radio.
On the radio. So
Yeah,
that's what,
I totally forgot. I totally
can't
forgot.
get here.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people don't know.
No, I got you. Yeah, and they say it, right. I got you.
Hey, what was that guy in the truck? What was that? Was some nut?
He says his friend is selling a house, and this guy had shown up multiple times and kept like going on the property, and he was suspicious enough to call this guy and say, yeah. And so that guy,
Some nut.
yeah, some nut. The realtor actually got him to sign his name down, and that guy wanted to turn that name over to the FBI or something. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
No. Yeah, and his eyes were all like bloodshot.
Were they?
Yeah, I was surprised that the sheriff let him drive off.
There's weird people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
So now that house, they let us, but they told the sheriff. I'm not going to get into it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I totally have permission to park there.
Oh, okay.
The sheriff, and it's just there's people that just don't want to.
Right. Oh yeah, I believe it. Yep.
Well, where'd you park?
Well, he's setting up because he's gonna do some streaming. Mark the Shark. Guess he's from California. I gotta check him out. Yeah, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. That's why people are here. But you don't have to watch. You can always go somewhere else.
Right.
I actually might jump in the car with the shark here. It's getting way too hot, guys.
I don't know what.
I don't know. That's wild.
But I don't want anything to. I don't want anything to do with that.
No, we don't. We don't.
Are you live?
Yeah, I'm about to end though.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, just we can't talk. You
Yeah.
gotta tell us if you're live. Just mute it.
All the secrets.
We go. I said to this guy, just so you know, I'm live on the radio. He goes, I know. boy, they can't find her. This is fucked up. I'm like, Jesus, what did I just tell you?
We'll be right back, or I'll be right back.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Saves me an Uber trip.
Got it. You owe me big time. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not like that. I'm just kidding. So just straight or where?
You can just go to the Starbucks. That's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. But where? Are you? I'll take you to your car. Where are you?
Well, I'm parked at the other on the kitty corner. What is it?
CVS?
No, it's like that business plaza on the
On the left.
left. Yeah.
I'll take you there.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
no worries.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to mute it, guys. So
They hate it when we mute it.
you can see the neighborhood before we.
Don't worry,
before
guys.
I end it.
You guys will know soon. Don't worry. I don't know nothing. I didn't see nothing. There was that construction site. The foreman guy's real nice.
Okay.
Yeah, those dudes are workers, man. They got, in my opinion, I don't think there's nothing going on there.
No.
But you know, they have to check everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially with nothing so far, you got to check it all.
A little mouse. What was your channel again? They were asking.
It's A.J.DoubleU.
A.J.W. spelled W.
Yeah, A.J.DoubleU.
He's a local here in Tucson, Arizona. He's covering the Nancy Guthrie case. There it is. A.J.W.
Yeah, W.
W.
I've gone out searching in the washes around here.
Yeah.
Like, I went to the Tanque Verde wash, Pantano wash, Rito River wash. I've looked under different bridges around town.
Oh, wow. That's cool, huh?
Yeah.
There's like a lot of people out here like searching.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, check him out, guys. He's a local here, so when we're gone, it's the locals that are going to keep continuing to be on the ground over here. So make sure you check them out.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries. Yeah, plenty of room in this community now for everybody. Plenty of room. How much was the Uber back? The back?
I walked this morning.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You walked, yeah.
I would think it wouldn't be too
It
bad.
wouldn't be too bad, right? It's like right here.
Yeah. You might just have to wait like a little bit because there might not be a ton of drivers out here.
Right on. All right, everybody subbed up.
Hey, thank you guys.
Yeah, locals, man. The locals.
I'm gonna go home and I'll turn yours on.
Cool, man. Yeah, hop in the chat, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about your experience.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm right in here. Right in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to do UE.
Yeah, man. Hop in the chat. Talk to the chat, man.
Yeah.
We got a really wonderful chat.
So what, you've been staying in a hotel this whole time?
Yeah, when I first started coming here, like on and off, like a hotel, the truck, and Airbnb. I'm in an Airbnb.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't mind roughing it.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah. So I was like waiting for like these Airbnbs to open up.
Yeah.
Lower prices.
I know they had that golf tournament this weekend, so I'm
Oh,
sure.
that's
Yeah.
why. That's why.
It was like the program, the older guys in the PGA. You have to be 50 or older. So just turn right and then left. And I'm right at the end down there, that silver truck. I appreciate it, Mark.
Yeah, no worries.
You gonna be out here tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll
All right.
be here probably by the weekend.
Alrighty.
Then I gotta head out. We'll see if I can come back. I do want to come back.
Yeah. Cool, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I'll check you out.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where this thing was. I appreciate it. Seriously, man. Appreciate it. You
yeah,
saved
no
me.
worries.
Have a good day, man. All right, everybody. Mark the Shark. Check him out. Mark the Shark. Mark the Shark. That's cool. He's out here from California. Mark the Shark. So this is where I had to park, guys. And he just saved me. Well, I was going to get an Uber. back, but still, he saved me some money. This is like, I don't know, there's some restaurants and a grill and bar. But that just shows you right there, that's how far away we are from Campbell and Skyline. Pretty major intersection, but of course that intersection doesn't have any cameras that record. So that's one of the downsides with Tucson, is we don't have a lot of those cameras. Like, they're just now starting to put some up of those like license plate reader cameras. But for whatever reason, I don't know if the city is just too cheap or what, but yeah, what's the long walk? Yeah, thank you for subscribing. That was cool of him to shout me out. That was really nice. Yeah, from what I've seen, it seems like most of the streamers are pretty cool guys. We need some more where's all the lady streamers at? We get some lady streamers. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go head home, cool off for a little bit, and who knows, maybe we'll try to come back tomorrow morning again and check Mark out and check John DePietro. He's another one who's out here right now. But Mark was the one who just set his tent up. So thanks for joining, guys. We've been live a little over 2 hours. Please hit that like button and that subscribe button before you leave. And then go check out Mark the Shark or John DePietro and let them know that you were watching me. Until next time, guys. If you guys know anything, any tips or anything about the Nancy Guthrie case, please call the FBI tip line, 1-800-CALL-FBI, or the Pima County Sheriff's Department. Thanks for watching, guys. You guys have a good day.